This person needs help. It's their first time DMing. I'm going to answer their questions, but I bet you've got your own advice you want to give them, so leave that in the comments, but here we go. Question 1. What type of prep do you do, and am I supposed to take notes of everything that happens? I will actually show you my prep in a second, but to answer that second part, no, definitely do not note everything that will happen. That's not your job. Your job as the Dungeon Master is to put cool scenarios in front of your players and let them decide what happens and how they kind of play out. For example, if you're going to do a bandit ambush, I wouldn't note the bandits are going to show up, they're going to kill the hostage, and then they're going to steal this magic item from the players. Oh, no. Maybe the bandits want a magic item, but that's all I'm going to note. When the combat happens, maybe the players decide to just give the magic item to the bandits, or maybe they're like, hell no, we're going to kill all of you and keep our magic items. That's for the players to decide. And this is what my session prep looks like. I give the session a fun title. I remind myself of the party's main goal for the night. I remind myself of the characters and their backstory so that my prep kind of revolves around them. And then down here, I list out the locations I expect my players or the characters will go as part of their goal up at the top. And then I note some of the fun things that might be waiting for them when they arrive at those locations. But I do not script out exactly what will happen at those locations. Question 2, do I show the players the stat blocks of the monsters when they encounter them? I don't, but I reveal information from the stat block as the fight progresses. Like once they hit it, I tell them it's AC, and I also enjoy revealing the monster's hit points right out of the gate because I find a lot of times the players go, oh my god, this thing has how much HP? And then as the fight progresses, they start to realize like we only need a few more hits on this thing, and it adds a sense of tension, sort of like a Demon Souls boss fight. Question 3 is, should I read the highlighted text that comes in an adventure module or just do my own descriptions? I love to do my own descriptions. That's like one of my favorite parts about DMing. And I also just find that highlighted text is usually really boring and it has to assume a lot, right? Like you can't write a pre-description of a room without assuming, oh, when the players arrive here, nothing will have changed about this room. But what if things have changed, right? You could find yourself reading something that doesn't make sense, so I would not read it. Question 4, what's a general good amount of time for each session? When I was younger, I could play for like 5 or 6 hours at a time. Now I'm almost 30. I'm like 3 hours is kind of all I've got in me before the table starts to lose its enthusiasm. Question 5, should I do theater of the mind or go with online map creation? I play on a VTT, so I just sketch mine out really quickly and do sort of a hybrid theater of the mind sort of thing. If you want to make the investment to do custom maps, you can, but I find it's just a lot of work and very stress-inducing. I've loved doing it this way. And question 6 is just, do you have any more tips to give me? I do have one last tip, and that is most of my prep happens at the table. While the players are taking their turns and coming up with plans, I am actively creating new prep for the upcoming or ongoing encounter as it is happening. I find that is more fun. I find it's less stressful, even though it might sound stressful. Like after you do it a few times, you start to just enjoy playing things out in the moment with your characters. But everybody else who's watching this, share some tips so that other DMs can use it in their sessions.